sun can start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, no.
What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for stopping by. Just That TV. Let's get to it. We're gonna talk about episode 7 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville. The confrontations are going to get started, I guess, from here on out. Everybody has an opinion about everything, and it's getting weird. It's getting weird. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And I'm just be honest with y'all. It pains me to watch this season. Like, I'll be sitting there and it pains me to sit through the shenanigans. I'll just be like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why are we having this conversation? What is happening? Why do we have to sit through this? Why is this even a conversation? Y'all drop that in the comments to let me know if y'all feel the same thing. Like, we have to address so many things and I'm just like, what's happening here? But it is what it is. Let's get right into it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, because y'all definitely want to be here for the juiciness. Yeah. So Nell tells both of them, Tisha and Stormy, to take the conversation somewhere else. Go to the left and have a conversation separately about it, because this is going too far. It's getting too much. She told Tisha that she on 10. Everybody feels like she on 10, and she out of control, and she's being aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But Tisha's main focus is the fact that Nell told her that she was being crazy. She talked about, I am not crazy. And I'm just like, it's a figure of speech. It's an expression. She didn't mean that you're literally crazy, but you were out of control. You were doing too much. You did drink too much. We seen you throw back 3 or 4 drinks. And they look like some of them look like straight shots. And you was doing too much. Nell feels like she was blindsided by Tisha, because she said she doesn't really have an issue with Tisha. So the issue has to be from Tisha's side, stemming from Tisha's side. Then we find out a whole bunch of crap, but we'll get to that later. Stormy assumed that they was all good. She went to go and speak to Marcel, and she was like, from the last time I seen you, we was all good. What happened? Like, why is it, why is this happening like this? And he, then explains like, it was Tisha, throwing her under the bus as per usual. I mean, they're going to figure it out or not. It's going to keep going like this. It is what it is. Marcel says Stormy and Tisha, they had it out at the reunion. They were going back and forth, exchanging words. Tisha doesn't feel like it's over. And Marcel, he really putting the blame on her. Like I said, it is what it is. As always, blame the girl. Blame the wife. Stormy says she doesn't hold grudges. But, I mean, girl, you've been holding a grudge with Mel for some reason for a long time, girl. And I don't know why. But you like it. I love it. It is what it is. I really can't take this cast serious. I don't think anything that they say is authentic. I really think that everything that come out of mostly all of their mouths is a lie. And I feel like they just putting on for TV. So I really can't take what they say seriously. And I formulated that opinion a while ago. And I feel like that's why it pains me so much to watch this season. I feel like they all just be talking out their butt. And just saying whatever and thinking it's going to stick with us. And it's not. It's not really sticking. They trying to make it seem like the ratings are back to being good. And it's not. Somebody said that they using old data to say that the ratings are good, because people are not watching. It's crappy. The show is crappy. They're not really giving us nothing. And people are not watching. It really pains me to even watch this, sit through this, to give a review. I ain't even gonna get into why, but anyway. Marcel says that they need to get to know Courtney and Stormy a little bit better. That they not mad, they just confused. And I'm just like, I'm lost. what could you possibly be confused about if you said that y'all seen each other and said each other that it was good, that y'all on good terms, and then you say that they got to get to know them better? But I'm sure it doesn't seem like you communicated that with Tisha. I'm lost. I'm actually lost on why you're confused. It's either you mess with them or you don't. It's either Tisha mess with them or she don't. And if y'all don't mess with them, then keep it copacetic and keep it 100 and stay away from them. If y'all do mess with them and y'all did get over the issue, then let it be that. Don't let it be an argument every time these women see each other. Y'all all need to be on one accord. Whatever. Then we find out that Tisha received a text message conversation about that Nell was having with one of her fans, and Nell calls her Nell said that she was her mentor, and that's why she got smoked with Nell. That is the dumbest reason to have smoke with somebody, and for you to be taking shots at her in your confessionals the way you do, because she said she's your mentor and you say she's not. Oh, y'all don't have a mentor-mentee relationship. Y'all was building a friendship so you feel some kind of way and you was taking it serious. I'm confused. That's something like 5-year-olds argue over. But we got to remember who we dealing with here. We got to remember who we dealing with. Tisha said she was dedicated. Tisha said that she feels like Nell allowed the fans to dictate their relationship, because when she responded that she was her mentor, that was taking her out of the friendship category. And I'm just like, maybe that's not really a reason for you to feel that way, that you let the fans dictate the y'all relationship, because nobody can't do that but y'all. Secondly, maybe Nell just wasn't in the mood to be having a back and forth with a fan. It could have been that. It could be a number of things, but you never reached out to Nell to discuss what it was. You just formulated that opinion in your head and you ran with it, and you was just like, oh, this is how it is, so this is how I'm gonna feel, and now I'm gonna just be taking shots at her all the time, which makes no sense. And if y'all was formulating opinion or a friendship, not opinion, but if y'all was formulating a friendship, you as a person should have reached out to him, but like, listen, I seen this conversation that you had with a fan, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. I assumed that we was having, forming a friendship or trying to get there, and I feel like this was a slap in the face. That's simple. That's how adults communicate. She said she was hurt about a comment, and I'm just like, the only way you was hurt by the comment is if you feel like that's the truth. But you yourself said we were forming a friendship, so why would you be hurt by the comment? That's just like if you have a coworker and you introduce the coworker as your coworker and not as your friend, as a fact that y'all formulating a friendship, like, oh, this is my coworker, and then the coworker gets upset because you called them a coworker, but that's what you are. You're a coworker. We're not friends yet. We're getting there. So you're a coworker. If somebody introduces me as a coworker, I'm all right with it. It's whatever. I don't really care, because I have learned in my age to categorize people and put people in the compartment that they belong in. And that saves me a lot of trouble and headache now, when I learn to compartmentalize people and put them where they belong. You're not my friend. You're my coworker. You're not my friend. You're an acquaintance. You're not my friend, because we don't do friend things. And that's the problem between Destiny and Sunny as well. They don't know how to compartmentalize, which I had to learn it too. I called everybody my friend, and everybody was not my friend. They were associates that I was putting in a friend category. They were people or co-workers that I just met that I'm putting in the friend category, and that I should never have done. So I wouldn't have got mad. I would have just said, I'm not a mentee of yours. I thought we were working on a friendship, but apparently we are moving in 2 different directions. Unless you want to have a conversation about it, and let's see where we're headed from here. It's just that simple. But whatever. I'm grossed out. by Nell and the fact that she was grinding on her husband like that, I was grossed out. Y'all tell me if y'all was grossed out. I was grossed out. I was grossed out. I was grossed out. Nell feels like Tisha was showing her butt at the party, and I agree. I agree. I think that she was trying to make it all about her, and she's mediocre. And the attention wasn't on you tonight. The attention was on Nell because it was her birthday party and not you. And you tried to make every scene about you. You started with Mel when she walked in. Then you went to Stormy. Then you went to Nell. Then you went back to Stormy. Then you went back to Nell the whole time. So that was her mission, to make it about her and her situations, and it wasn't. It was about Nell and her birthday party and the fact that she was enjoying her life no matter what age she was. Chris meets up with Courtney and Martell, and they chop it up. Chris wants to make sure that Martell is okay because he wasn't invited to the party, and I'm just like, why do you really care? Like, why do y'all insist on maintaining this friendship with him? Is it that serious to check on him and make sure he all right and check his temperature? What is he holding over y'all heads that y'all feel like y'all need to make it an effort to make sure it's all good with him? I'm not understanding. He must know something about them that I'm not getting. Anyway, Martell said that he feels like Nell picked a side, but you've been telling her to pick a side for the longest. And now you mad when she finally do. And technically, she's not picking a side. She's picked a side of peace. She didn't want the arguments and stuff to happen, even though it still happened, because she even said it before the party happened that she hopes everybody gets along. It is what it is. Martell is still lying about the situations with Mel, still delusional, like talking about she love him, she hate him, she don't even want to be bothered with him. I don't think she has any feelings towards you, sir. But you stay with the delusions. Then they start talking about the Latrice situation, and then they start talking about the Stormy show and the fact that about him being him participating in Stormy's show because he feels like he has a dad bod. And I'm just like, I don't really care. I really don't care. Whether you have a dad body or not, whether you participate or not, I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't find you attractive, so it's gonna be hard for me to even feed into the little idiosyncrasies that come with you and your ego. Other people might, but I don't, so I don't really care. I just feel like the grandiosity of it all is a whole nother thing. You want somebody to stroke your ego, and it's not happening. That's what Ariana is there for. Go to her, not to the TVs. So Tisha and Marcel have a conversation about her lacking because she's wearing so many hats and she feels like she's doing too much. And I'm just like, welcome to the title woman and mother and entrepreneur. Like, welcome to that, girl, please. They discuss the project and the fact that she doesn't want that to affect her and Kimmy's relationship, like a lot of the issues, a lot of the other situations between Martell and Marceau have affected their relationship. They want to keep building. Kimmy feels like she keep having the same conversation with Tisha. They keep ending up at the same place. And I'm just like, somebody on some end needs to grow up. Business and personal can be separated. You just have to know how to do it effectively. Just like I tell people at work all the time, I am able to separate business, meaning work, from my personal feelings. If I have to deal with you on a business level, meaning personal for work, then I will be able to separate that and put my feelings aside, regardless of how hard it would be for me to talk to you, because I know once I put you in a category, I'm done. But I'm able to separate the two. If it's business, then fine. If it's on a personal level, we have nothing to talk about. I don't care how your weekend was. I don't care how you're doing. I don't care about none of that stuff. But if it involves work, then I'm going to be professional and I'm going to get my job done. There's a way to separate the two with Kimmy and Tisha. But Tisha takes a lot of stuff personal, so that's the problem. It is what it is. Marceau said that he's going to make an effort to do better, especially with this project. Because he doesn't want that to happen. We'll see. They discussed the Mel comment and the fact that she said that she wants to have a conversation with him about what he said to the local news, but they don't really get into detail about it. They confused about why stuff is always happening to them. And I'm just like, if y'all keep your mouth shut, it wouldn't happen. So you see Kimmy, she only talks about stuff that like really involves her. Some other stuff she won't talk about outside of the show. On the show, they have an agenda, so they'll discuss it on the show. But outside of the show, you really see her really comment about anything. That's because she shut up and mind her business. So they don't have to make everything about her. Even the situation with her and her husband when she was dealing with her chemo and that situation, Kimmy rarely said anything. The person that was talking the most was Maurice. He was speaking the most about the situation and making it worse. And that's why they in this dilemma that they in now. But Kimmy really never said anything. She came out maybe once in defense of her husband, blah, 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 whatever. But she didn't really say much. And then the situation kind of like died down, and that was shifting in a different direction because Maurice wanted to do something different, and call people out online and ask for an apology and all of that stuff. I'm not going to get into all of that stuff. But anyway, she really spoke out. So it kind of died down about her. And people don't really talk about it. And people was talking about it out of compassion for her situation. So if Marceau and Tisha just shut up and don't comment about the stuff that happens, then they wouldn't be confused about anything because they wouldn't be in nothing and it wouldn't be confusion. Y'all understand? If y'all get what I'm saying, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like if you step out of it and mind your business and don't have a comment, your name don't get put in stuff. I learned that a long time ago. If you don't have nothing to say, then nobody can say anything about you. Nothing about you. I learned that a while ago. So there wouldn't be no confusion if you just shut up. Martell tells Tisha to not get down in the gutter with them, but it's crazy because she starts in the gutter. She's in the gutter already, and she starts in the gutter. So you can't tell her not to get down in the gutter with them. She's already in the gutter. The whole episode, last episode, she was in the gutter. She started in the gutter. So that advice doesn't hold any weight because your wife starts in the gutter. He tells her that she doesn't know how to take accountability, which he always gonna say that. He been saying that for the longest, but neither do you. So that's why y'all a perfect match, because neither one of y'all know how to take accountability for the things that come out of y'all mouth. Your mother-in-law is a prime example of somebody who taught their kid not to take accountability because she could barely take accountability. So it's a trickle-down effect. It is what it is. He says that her default is defense. But that's majority of people who don't know how to take accountability for their actions. Their default is automatically defense, as opposed to assessment, as opposed to understanding. Whatever. He's always going to make it her fault. Everything, her fault. He's never going to stand up for her. He's never going to sit by her side. He's always going to make it Teacher's fault. So Stormy meets up with Mel. They talk about the Moses, Sonny, and Destiny situation and how she was shocked to see that Carlos brought them out. And whatever. I don't really care. At this point, it's annoying. I don't really care about either party. Stormy tells Mel that she invited Martell to be a model in her gala, because Mel was inquiring about what she should wear, what is the attire, like what is, what's happening. And that's when she dropped that bomb on her. So Mel said, okay, but you see how Stormy was trying to be slick and say that we invited Martell to be a model in the show, meaning her and Courtney. And I'm just like, that was slick, because it wasn't you and Courtney. It was really all you. And you just told Courtney after the fact, but you gonna spin it how you gonna spin it. So Mel said then if Martell is coming, then she won't be attending. And Stormy acts like she's shocked. And I'm just like, this has been going on for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and y'all know that if he's attending an event, she's not gonna attend. She's not asking y'all to pick a side. She's just protecting her peace. And if y'all assume that it's her asking y'all to pick a side, I don't think that that's the case. But y'all like Martell. Y'all friends with Martell. Courtney even said that he likes Martell. So we already know what side you on, regardless of what the situation is. Because even after that, when they had a conversation, it was just like two grown adults should be able to have a conversation together. And I'm just like, y'all sound stupid. Whatever. So Mel says, where Martell is, Mel won't be. And I said, good for you. Good for you. And she told Stormy to move how you want to move. And, you know, that was that. That was that in the conversation. And I would have left it at there. I would have left it there too. Who cares? Latrice is training Martell. You know, they laugh about the fact that she had to reintroduce herself like they don't know each other. And I'm just like, this is old and it's boring. I don't really care. I don't really care. Martell says he normally doesn't work out with women, but I'm like, we see you online working out with Orion, so that's a contradiction. I don't understand why we kind of meet back here. I really don't. Then they start with the Ken and Nell conversation and the side chick conversation, and I'm just like, Martell says everybody has a side chick. It always happens. Somebody got to be a side chick. Blah, 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 side dude, whatever. Side, whatever. It was just too much side. And I was just like, okay, so now Ken is a side dude, and it's just a stupid, boring conversation that I don't really care about. Because why do we keep having to revisit the same conversation with Latrice every time we see her on a screen? Anyway, Mel meets up with Marcel to discuss the comment with the news, and then I'm gonna put the screenshot on the screen when they get to it. So of course he asked them like he doesn't know what she's talking about, but him and Tisha had this conversation earlier. So I'm sure he knows. But he's still sitting there acting stupid like he don't know. And I'm like, why? Why do you do this to yourself? To yourself. Marceau said it was around the time that Martell had gotten arrested. It was circulating in the news that he had got arrested. And they decided to reach out to him. Right? So that's why he said what he said, talking about when it comes to the situation, he's praying for all the parties that's involved. That's all he's saying. He stick to that until he actually shows us the text. So he said the only thing that he said was that he was praying for all parties involved, right? But then when he pulls up the text, because I was saying to myself, why don't she ask him to see the text? Because I feel like he's fabricating something here. So now it's not really adding up to me. It's not really adding up to me what he says, because your justification behind what you said is not adding up. So I already knew something was fishy. Because I feel like we missed something. Either they chopped up this conversation to where we didn't really get a good gauge of what was said, or they just left out. He's just leaving out something. But it's not adding up to me. So then, because my thing is, if the news contacts me about a situation and it's circulating around that I was possibly I ain't even gonna say it, I would tell the news, you have the wrong person. No, I did not get arrested, and I don't have a comment about the situation because I don't know. Period. And that ends up, you clear up your end, that it clears up the situation with them, and they don't have no reason to reach out to you further. But then he said it was a text message. They didn't even call him. It was a text message. So the other way you can rectify that is you don't respond to the text, which then Mel proceeds to say to him right after I formulated all of that. She says to him, you don't have to respond. It was a text message, so you didn't have to respond to the text, which I know he didn't have to. That's how you know he's full of it. Because if it's not true, all you have to do is say, Marceau Scott did not get arrested. If you want to reply to the text and clear up your name, and that's it. Anything further, I have no comment. Period. You didn't have to say anything. Anything. So I'm going to put the text up on the screen. And the text read, right? So if Mel finally reaches out to, Mel finally asked him to see the text, which I was dying for her to ask that. So he said, the text reads, I heard the unfortunate news, and my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved in this terrible situation. For real though, free Martell. First of all, who writes like that as a professional? for F-A, not for F-O-R, real though, right? Free Martell. And then the news reporter says, is this on record? Like, can I quote you? You understand? First of all, they only showed us his response and then the news reporter's response. They didn't even show us the initial question, which I want to see. The initial question is what they asked, because if he's saying that they asked about him and that's how he got to the response that he got to, I want to see it. I want the proof, because that's not showing me proof that they asked initially. They could have asked him anything. We didn't see it. They only showed us part of the text. So I want to see the full question. In order for me to believe, I'm not even going to believe anything he say anyway, so I don't even care. So then he goes to explain that the only reason why he responded is because it's a personal friend. So Mel proceeds to tell him, like, listen, when the people was reaching out to me about y'all situation, you know, about y'all debt and all of this court situations that y'all was having, she said she zipped her lip. Mums was the word. You don't have to respond. You don't have to respond. But they are so stuck in a place where they need to be seen all the time and heard all the time that they're going to respond regardless. So that's why he did what he did. But I feel like that's messed up. So then Mel was like, you talking about some free Martell, free Tisha. And I'm just like, girl, free nobody, because they all want to be stuck in the situations that they are in. And I don't really care about either one of them. But he was whack for that. He was whack for that, for real, free Martell. That's whack, because you don't even know the situation, but yet you're talking out your butt like you always do. And wrong and strong, just wrong and strong between both of y'all. Child, both of y'all. That quote was a joke. And I still want to see, I don't care what he say, I want to see the initial question that they asked. That's what I want to see. I don't care. That's how I feel. That's where I'm at with it. I want to see the initial question for you to respond that way. And nowhere in the text message does it say that you were implicated or arrested and you were clearing that up. It doesn't say it. So you're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes, because that response didn't say anything about what you said as your excuse. So I feel like you made that excuse up, and you just thought that everybody was going to be stupid enough. You didn't even think that she was going to ask to see the text and all of that stuff like that. No. And then it goes off. So it goes off with Mel saying, free Tisha. And I'm just like, I'm so over this show. I'm so over the inauthenticity of it all. I'm just at a loss. I'm going to keep reviewing the show until the end of the season, but I think if I start next season, I will take it to my Patreon, because I'm not really that into it. The ratings are really bad. I don't even know how that's going to go, but we'll see. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that situation. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about that text message, because nowhere in that text message did it say anything about him clearing his name. Literally nowhere. So let me know. Comment down below. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.